What is poppin' squad? Your boy Jesimein, and welcome back to another Division 2 Warlords of New York build video for you guys. Today, we're going to be covering a skill build that is going to be able to heal everybody, bro. Pretty much a medic build. We haven't had a good medic build in Division 2 for a long time, so we finally get the chance to make that happen with this new update. So without further ado, let's get it. We're going to be starting off with the specialist. It's going to be obviously the survivalist. If you play Division 2, you know why. It's because you have the outgoing healing. You'll be able to get an extra 15% just by running this. So there's no better specialist to run if you're going for a healer build. Now for the weapon, it doesn't matter what weapon you want to run. Just make sure that that weapon does have the talent that is going to be called Reformation. And that is because they did change it. It basically got a buff because now you don't have to get kills. Now it's just headshots. Grant 30% skill repair for 8 seconds. That's an amazing talent. And the cool thing is it's not on a cooldown. So you can be during that 8-second shoot and it'll just basically refresh it. That's a free 30% skill repair that you can get from a weapon that's for free. So make sure you definitely put that on if you want the most optimal version of your heals. It is kind of overkill with this build, but it's just good to have. So if you do have like better rolls than, or not as good rolls as I do, you can kind of make up for it with Reformation. But if you do have the good rolls, you can kind of just go overkill with it. So going into the mask, it's going to be a high altitude O2 facer. I have terrible rolls on mine, but the concept is going to be repair skills and skill haste. I honestly want to have a better version of this one. I feel like I'm just unlucky when it comes to this, but obviously you want to have high repair skills and as much skill haste as possible because the chem launchers do take a while to come back if you don't have good skill haste. And since I'm not running hardwired, I don't have the super quick skill haste buffs all over the place. So going into the backpack, it's going to be the Aegis knapsack. And it's the reason I'm running this is because the Richter and Kaiser give you 15% incoming repairs. So it's good because you get self-healing. And as well as when you're rocking 3-piece, you get another 15% repair skills. And I obviously have another big chunk, 20% right here, which is God roll for this. And I have a skill tier right here just so I can get as much heals as possible. The talent I'm running is Safeguard. When at full armor, increases total skill repair by 100%. So just obviously, if you're in a good position, you're getting those heals off, you can just get that free 100% boost on a backpack. Now, another option would probably be running Energize if you want to have super heals, but it's pretty much situational and there's really no point because you do so much healing anyway. So going into the chest piece, it's going to be Tommy, I guess, Curious, whatever you want to call it. The reason I'm using Murakami is because it's going to give you repair skills as well when you have a 2-piece, as well as skill duration, which is really good for chem launchers because when you drop them on the floor, they just tick away, and the longer they're on the floor, the more healing, which is pretty much a better cooldown for you because you don't have to keep spamming them. I have a skill tier here on here as well as repair skills, critical hit chance, and more repair skills on the mod slot. I'm just trying to work on filling up these bars. That's pretty much all they want to do. But I did end up rolling Emphatic Resolve on here because I wanted to give my teammates some other kind of support. This is where I'm kind of torn. I love Emphatic Resolve because repairing an ally increases their total weapon and skill damage. In this case, since I have 6 skill tiers, it's going to be by 15% and 7% for myself. And obviously, effectiveness is increased by your skill tier, which is why it goes 3 to 15. So I'm giving out 15% total weapon damage for 10 seconds every time I heal them. So I'm giving them a nice little burst damage as well as heal. Now, another real good talent right here in this place would probably be efficient, and that is because you kind of get to abuse how good the survivalist's med kits are. So you can kind of spam those and it does double the effectiveness of it. But for me, it's kind of rough around the edges because I don't really want to spam my med kits like that. I honestly want those in situations where I can't heal everybody at once. But obviously, being that a heal build, I should have no problem being that my radius and stuff is going to be kind of big. So that's just something that you can go in between the two. Both of them are really good. So going into my Servasto War Grips, they also have a skill tier as well. And obviously, we're going to be rocking the Arcade, which is going to give us that 3-piece that we have. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. And that gives us our repair skills, as well as I have 18.9% repair skills rolled on here. And yeah, that's pretty much as good as I want it to be. And on my knee pads, to finish it off, they're going to be the Murakami Industries knee pads with repair skills and skill haste on here. Now, for the people who want to know what the best 2 healing skills are, I've tried everything, right? I've tried the Mender, I've tried the drone, I've tried everything, and I still feel like Chem Launcher and the Hive, even though the Hive doesn't work as good as I want it to, I just feel like these two coincide well with each other. The Chem Launchers is obviously the best skill for healing in the game. You can see right here, my armor repair is outrageous. At 1.1 million, which is basically burst healing everybody. Most people who are actually running super tanky builds would probably still even be healed after the ticks, because you can see you get this 1.1 million burst as well as the overtime. So in about 2 seconds, you should be fully healed, no matter what build you're running in the game, which is how I kind of designed it. And in PvP, it is nerfed significantly, but it's still a huge amount of armor repair for free. And you can see I'm at tier 6 with 5 ammo, 6 radius, 120 heal, and overcharge is where it goes crazy, where the radius like almost doubles, duration goes up, and the heal goes up. So you don't really need overcharge for this, because bro, nobody's rocking more than this much armor repair that they don't need. Most of the time people have unbreakables and people have their tankiness, people have their own heals that they pop, but this is definitely going to give you anybody in the game a big chunk, especially in PvE situations when you're in the raid, whatever you want it to look like. And going to the hive, it's going to be similar, only because it does give you a burst heal. But the problem is for some reason, I don't know how the refill speed and stuff works, it's kind of like sometimey, if that makes sense. But it does give you 20% or 20 plus 20 repair charges, 120 healing, 120 range, and 420 health, because I have the 6 skill tier. I don't know if it's bugged right now or if it just doesn't work the right way, but sometimes it doesn't heal you, and other times it just heals amazing. So I don't know. It's kind of a throw up in the air, but it's still, even in its broken state, it's still better than the Mender for team healing. Is the radius on this hive is outrageous, bro. Like you can see, it's 14-meter range in a circular area. You can pretty much cover everybody upwards, whether they're pushing or whether they're sitting in the back. So that's really good. So obviously most people are gonna like differentiate between different kinds of heals, and I'm not saying that the other heals aren't good. Like the Mender can't be pretty good. It has 1%. It has a smaller healing than the hive, but at least it follows you. And same thing with the drone. Yes, it does heal you and it does go, but the problem is I just feel like it's just so sometimey. It's just not good for team situations. And in the meta that we're running, I think the fastest burst heals around are going to be the chem launcher, and it's going to be the hive, just for added support when you're not looking at a teammate, because you can't. Teammates spread around, everybody's running all over the place. Unless you have a super coordinated team who just operate as a unit and only run right next to each other, you're going to have a hard time trying to figure out how to heal everybody with like a fixer drone. This is more selfish, and even in the solo situation, I would still recommend these two over the drone and the seeker, only because they give you so much more healing burst wise, and that's what you need, because NPCs will polish you. And you guys have known, obviously, most people stand around and try to face tank NPCs, and they rely on their unbreakables and their exotic chest piece and stuff like that. But if you can kind of abuse the fact that you're going to turn around and have an immediate burst, I think for me it's going to be a better decision in the long run. So pretty much it, you guys. That's pretty much my little synopsis on healing builds. If you want to go through stats, I know some people like looking. I don't know if it really shows anything, but safeguard, emphatic resolve, right here. Oh, incoming repairs almost have 30%. I don't think it shows anything else for healing, but it's pretty simple. I know people want a super in-depth big thing about healing, but it's really that simple. You just want to run as much incoming repairs and repair skills as possible. To heal others, it's repair skills, and obviously incoming repairs is your own. But since you're only at 645 armor, you're going to burst past your own health anyways, because you are considered squishy. So if you're going to play this build, stay back. Do not get in the fight. Try to burst away. You can shoot your chem launcher pretty far, so be in a distance, because people are going to rely on you. Pay attention to your teammates' health bars, and you should be good to go. So for all you support players who wanted a healer build, here it is. You guys enjoy it. Hope you guys like it. I love y'all. It's been real. Your boy is out.